All right. So I am all ears. If you have any questions, if you have anything that I can help you with in your search or path to find Islam or get to know more about Islam, or if you are, or even if you are decided to accept Islam, just let me know what exactly do you want, and I'm going to be helping as much as I can. Just let me know first, how did you find me? That was kind of interesting.
How did I find you? I've been thinking about Islam for a very long time. When I was living in Hillsborough, I was thinking about it more.
North Carolina.
In North Carolina. And then I went to just check out the mosque in Durham, which is where we first met. And I was married, and my wife was so emotionally opposed to any kind of change in religion, so it kept going on the back shelf. And we struggled a lot over the years, and we separated this year. It's coming on 5 or 6 months now. 5. So her concerns about it are no longer on the table. So because it doesn't really matter. But it's something that does, I can't quite explain the draw to it. In some ways, like I said, I'm looking for just answers in life. Like I said, I used to be a monk. I was a Franciscan for a number of years.
You were a monk in the church?
Yes.
Okay.
And I left just a few months short of being ordained. And just not comfortable or happy in the community. And I think that unhappiness was obvious to the community as well. So I think they were noticing I wasn't happy. They weren't happy that I wasn't happy. And I left, got married. This is a long time. I'm 56 years old. And I was married over 20 years. So it was a pretty long time ago. But struggled a lot in life, not financially. I do pretty well, actually. I work in psychiatry. So that's never been a big issue. Pretty busy practice, things like that. But had addiction issues for a while with alcohol. As my wife and I got more stressed in our marriage, she withdrew. So, it's one of the reasons she wanted to end the marriage.
How long have you been married?
Over 20 years.
Over 20 years. So I guess it wasn't easy for you.
Oh, not at all. I'm still dealing with some of the fallout of it. But when I kind of sit back, again, I'm a mental health professional. When I sit back and I become conscious of the internal world, there's just such a whirling going on. I'm looking for a sense of peace, some direction, some guidance that finally brings that down. I've known lots of people in my life who have, I grew up in New York City, first of all. So, there are tons of Muslims in New York City. I've known lots of them. I've known lots who've had problems too. But many of the folks I know who have really embraced the Islamic way do have that sense of peace. I know some who don't as well, but I also know them in some levels professionally that they have other problems they need to be taken care of. And in some ways, they're living in ways that they know they shouldn't be living. But that's a whole separate issue. So as I continue to look, and it comes up again, and since years ago, this is probably also where you come up. years ago, when you first established a Facebook page, I clicked like on it. And so periodically you surface on my Facebook page out of the blue, you know, just one of these random posts. And lately, I guess since it's Ramadan, you've been posting more stuff. And I just clicked on one of the links, and it was you were sitting in the same place, your Quran recitation group.
Okay.
It's hauntingly beautiful.
Oh, okay. So it popped up on your Facebook page
Yes.
live, because we go live, because you're following the page. So it just,
Yeah.
okay.
And I clicked on it once in recent weeks because it popped up. I was like, what's going on with this? And now if you click on something and open it, it seems to trigger it to open, to pop up more on your feed or your timeline, whatever.
I see.
And but
That's how you found us.
Yeah, so I don't read or understand Arabic, but it is hauntingly beautiful to hear the recitation.
This is very nice to hear. MashaAllah. Okay.
So there's a pull. Yeah, I don't even know what it means, but there's a pull to it that's beautiful. And as I, have looked around the Winston-Salem area, I did visit the community mosque in Winston-Salem, and their imam there is a really super nice man. It's an African-American man, but there's a sense there he's much more like, almost like a Baptist minister. And I guess that's probably his background. But a large number of the people living in that, who are part of that community, were former Nation of Islam.
I am not worried now about places and mosques and what have you. I am actually, my main focus right now is you, and how can I personally help you. This is actually you thinking you're coming to me so I can help you. Actually, I am now more touched by what you're saying right now, and I'm kind of emotional that somebody is just watching our little Quran session and Quran group, which is actually also emotional for me. This is kind of new to me. We usually do it in a small group in the mosque, but now since all mosques and churches and most places are closed, we are moving to Zoom, and people are joining us from India just today. People join us from India, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, all parts of America. It's just people I know and people I don't know. They just find the link and they come in to read Quran and enjoy it, and it's really touching. And here you go. You are somebody who just found us and listened to Quran. And by the way, you are not the only one who says that. I have met a lot of people who do not, even though they do not understand Arabic, but they say there is something special in whatever you guys are chanting or whatever that's going on. So Brian, how can I personally help you? Do you have any questions in Islam? Anything that I can clarify for you that can help you, in your way to better understand Islam?
I know becoming Muslim is quite easy in terms of reciting the Shahada. But there seems to be a pretty steep learning curve from that point, from learning to pray, learning to read Arabic, which, does not sound like an easy task. And I'm not afraid of languages at all. When I was a Franciscan, I was sent to Bolivia as a missionary, so I had to learn Spanish. I was sent to Taiwan, so I had to learn Chinese. So can deal with language, but at this point in my life, at my age, this sounds like it could be potentially challenging. Plus, the process of learning prayer when you don't know Arabic sounds.
Very good question, but let me clarify this for you. that should not be a concern at all, because in Islam, we have the goal of this faith, and then you have the strategies to reach this goal. The goal and the core of Islam is not Arabic, is not, the prayers, even though these are very important things. The core of this religion is the creatures, us, get to know the Creator and connect with Him. First, we have to get to know Him, because this is the source of life, the source of peace, the source of power, the source of grace and everything. We should try to know Him and find Him the right way, the best way, not pull Him our way. Because there's a lot of beautiful and innocent and pure people around the world of all faith, and they have good intention to find God, but honestly, they don't submit to Him. They pull God their own way, and they add their own flavors. So it's not that you learn Arabic that you become a better Muslim or do certain things, but yet it's going to be a lifelong process. It's not going to be like you have all of that curriculum that you have to learn right now to be a good Muslim. It doesn't go like that. It goes like step by step, where the most important step that will continue with you forever is your personal relationship with your own Creator, the one that will, when you find, will make all the purpose in life. It will fill this vacuum and this gap in your heart that you were trying to find in other venues. Because once this emptiness of spiritual emptiness is there, that only God, the truth, can fill it. If this is missing, then a lot of suffering will happen along the way. So this is the core of Islam, is to fill this gap, is to have this chip for that whole device to work and plug it in the right place. That's where the software, the original software, works with that device. You can now just lead a happy life. That doesn't mean there's not going to be challenges. There will be challenges, but you will be, like you said, more peaceful. And again, you are not the only one. I remember when I was in North Carolina over 10 years ago, a professor in UNC Chapel Hill once told me that there is something very unique and very special about the Muslim students that I can see and I can tell. They kind of solid in their faith, and they have some kind of peace, even though some of them are not much practicing, but you can tell the difference. So that is the core of faith in here. It gives you something solid, and we believe it is the truth. We respect everybody else and we love everybody else, but that, we believe, is the core of Islam, is your relationship with God. There is going to be, like I said, a lifelong path to go, where you will be exposed to something like Arabic simply because the original text of Quran is Arabic, but it doesn't mean that you have to know Arabic in order for you to understand it. No, because we have the English translation, and I have a lot of people coming to Islam just by reading the English translation of the Quran, which is perfectly fine. What you need to read down the line is, or memorize or learn, is just a few lines of the opening chapter, Surah Al-Fatiha, the first chapter, just a few lines, because those are essential for every prayer. And then for the regular daily prayers, I guarantee you, if you join the congregation for just a few times, any congregation, you should pick it up in no time. We actually have live stream nowadays, and all our congregation are praying with us from home. So if you decide to do that, watch us for the first couple of days if you like, and you will know we stand up and then we bow down and then we stand up again, and then we make prostration one time, the second time, and that completes one unit. And we do, usually some prayers are 2 units of these, some are 3, and some are 4. If that is being practiced just for a couple of days, you watch somebody or you follow a group like that, and probably this is a golden opportunity now, since a lot of people are streaming that out, you will pick it up. It's not something that you have to learn right away. It's going to be a process where you take it easy and build it up as you are going. So that shouldn't be a huge challenge, honestly, because some people think, oh, we have to learn that right now, we have to get that right now. No, do your best. And the core issue, the main issue, is just you admitting, like you said, the testimony of faith. That's the core. Accept God as the God in life, the true God, Allah, and submit to Him and talk to Him. Talk to Him, communicate with Him. Your language. He created all languages. He understands and He knows all languages because He made them. Communicate with Him. Talk to Him. Ask Him for guidance. He will show you miracles without you even knowing. So it should not be a big challenge. And I personally will be more than happy to help you along the way. You should be able to find tons of resources online. And I can connect you with mosques and imams where you are that are friendly and helpful. And it's just going to be a lifelong process. We even have a converts group that we were meeting actually yesterday for virtual iftar or virtual breakfast. We are getting together and talking on Zoom and things like that, amongst other activities. So don't worry much about challenges.
There is another mosque that's not too far. I don't know if you're familiar with it, if you still know a lot of the folks in North Carolina, in Clemens. An-Nur is...
Oh, I'm supposed to lock this meeting. So, السلام عليكم عمر. If you don't mind, لو سمحت معلش استأذن حضرتك, ده لقاء خاص يعني. أكلمك بعد شوية إن شاء الله. Okay, let me. عمر هكلمك إن شاء الله لو أنت سامعني, لأنه ده لقاء خاص إن شاء الله. All right, let me lock the meeting. I just forgot to do it. Yeah, go ahead, please.
Are you familiar with the one in Clemens, North Carolina?
I know, I think I know this mosque. I know a mosque there that I know at least one board member in there or founder. That's Dr. Hamdi Radwan. He is a therapist and he is also, I think, a faculty at Winston-Salem University. So it might be this one. But I know some other mosques close by.
The only one I know about is the community mosque at Winston-Salem with Khalid Griggs.
Okay, I know Khalid Griggs, yeah.
And he's the one who comes to me, who seems like a Baptist minister to me in so many ways.
I see. Okay. So do you have other questions, concerns?
What does Islam say about, or what guidance does Islam give for addictions? I'm not currently, in the throes of anything like that. But
Islam is very pragmatic religion, and it's just the guidelines of the creator, the manufacturer of us, who knows all our bugs and all our deficiencies and everything, and how exactly we do work. He knows all of that because he made us. He provides us with that which is really good for us. Talking about addiction, I personally believe, and actually we are all learning, even as imams, we come to discover more and more beautiful, miraculous areas of Islam that we have never even known before, even though we practice them. I give you an example before I answer your question. This pandemic that we're all going through, we never appreciated or never known to that deep level how important and how good is the personal hygiene and the cleanliness, and specifically what Islam is providing us. Before each prayer, we wash our hands, and we are even told that the better you wash your hands, and you have to even make sure that the knuckles, you go that all around. That's part of our faith. 3 times, do that 3 times, and then the mouth, rinse the mouth and the nose, and you're supposed to do that vigorously, and then you go wash your face and wash your arm after that, including the hands again, right arm, left arm, and then wipe over the head, and then you wash your ears, and then you wash your feet. You do that 5 times each day. Well, we realize now that that is very good tool to help to save you from a lot of viruses or infections and what have you, amongst other set of like taking showers, how to even clean ourselves after using the bathroom, many other things, what to eat, what is legal to eat, what is not legal to eat. We just come to know that, oh my God, that is really good for us. And the Newsweek the other day was quoting some of the advices and guidelines of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. He talking about plague back then. He said if the plague hits an area, those who are in there are not supposed to go out, and those who are out are not supposed to get in. He's basically talking about quarantine that we are doing right now. So we come to know that this is something beyond, you know, this is miraculous. This is from God. I'm trying to, I digressed a little bit and then I forgot the main thing. What was the main question again? Oh, addiction, exactly. Addiction, something like Ramadan, for example. Addiction goes from, that's controversial, coffee, for example, or caffeine, and then it goes up, it builds up to so many other things. Addiction could be in habits. I'm used to something, habitual thing that I do every day. It becomes like sacred thing. Ramadan, you know, the month of Ramadan, right? That we go in right now, literally shatters the routine of everybody. I'm used to my cup of coffee in the morning. I'm used to you switch the routine for 1 month. And I think you probably, as a psychiatrist or people of, I don't know what kind of medicine that handles that, in order for you to change a habit, I once read, you have to keep practicing it for at least 21 days, if I'm not wrong. So Ramadan gives us 29 days or a month of breaking of the routine and changing the habits, where you wake up in the middle of the night, you do prayers at some odd times, you stop eating and drinking the whole day. It teaches you so many things, but one of the things that we learn from Ramadan, I see it very clear, is helping with addiction. I see the smokers, the heavy smokers, all of them, they fast all during the day and they are okay. You know, they stop. It helps them. It sends them the message. If you can stop smoking, for example, from Fajr time, which is dawn time, that today was 4:57. If you can stop from that time all the way to 7:50 p.m., and you do that every day for 1 month, then you can do it if you choose to. So it helps. But again, that doesn't mean you're gonna be like it's not on and off. You become a Muslim, you practice this, you automatically become the best. No, it's gonna be a lifelong process, but you have the tools ready to help you. Ramadan comes every year to cleanse you again and again. We have one hadith, one tradition from Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. He said, you go about life and you get like kind of dirty with a lot of things. You pray 5 times every day. From this prayer to this prayer, it works like a spiritual bath for you. And then you go for the third prayer, a spiritual bath. It's kind of you're cleaning yourself. Ramadan to the next Ramadan, you're kind of immersed in certain habits and certain routines that sometimes you become like a machine. Ramadan comes to break all of that. So he was referring to the 5 daily prayers and Ramadan. And then we have the pilgrimage or Hajj, a trip that you take once in the lifetime or more. That is a totally different experience when you go literally mix with all people from all over the world. All of these help you break the routine, help you refresh your life. Plus all the other personal, these are the ordained or the established prayers or acts of worship. There are areas where you can excel, you can even worship more, you can add more to that. And every aspect of Islam helps you with something like addiction or like anything else that could be out there.
What are the fasting rules for Ramadan?
The fasting rules for Ramadan is basically you don't do anything, you abstain. Like usually in prayers, do prayers, do this action. In charity, go ahead, take your money, spend from your money. In Ramadan, you are basically trying to, and that helps in addiction too, self-restraint, self-control. I am not going to eat. I am not going to drink. So it's basically not eating, not drinking, and not having any sexual relationship from dawn to sunset. You said you used to be a monk. It's not a lifelong thing because that's, we believe it's a torture. God said in the Quran, it doesn't work with human beings.
People start out the day eating and then they go on.
Yes, we start out the day eating. Like I told you, from dawn time. The beginning time is today was 4:57. So we wake up a little early and we take a meal before that. And then we continue the whole day until sunset, not eating or drinking. And for some people who did not try that, it sounds like kind of difficult.
No water at all during the day?
No water at all. But again, like I said, many times we as we introducing this to our Christian fellows, Jews, other non-Muslims, they kind of, can you do that? Is that even possible? But believe me, I have my 5-year-old daughter this year, and she sees everybody in the family fasting. She's now for the second day yesterday and today, she's fasting. She refuses to eat. We give her food. Go ahead and eat. No, I'm going to be fasting with you. I can't do it. It's like, because it's tough on her. She's young. She's not even. So it's a matter of once you get to the system and hopefully you get along with the community and have some other people to help you. I can just relay this feeling to you close to the time of iftar. By the second half of the day or the last quarter of the day, you feel the hunger. Yes, it's kind of, yes, I'm hungry, I'm thirsty. But I can guarantee you that there is a level of a spirituality that you reach up to. And as a monk, you should probably know that when you put the desires or the body in the background and put the soul in the front, that's what happens. That's what I feel. Especially towards the end of the day, I feel like really, I don't want to say spiritually high, maybe. I'm kind of being elevated spiritually, and I feel very close to God because I do it for the sake of God. And I also train myself to submit to the will of God. It's on and off. Here, stop eating. Okay, God. Here, you can eat. Okay. So it helps us with bunch of things that really help us. Even kids feel it and want to practice it. And the whole family and everybody is just, the experience of Ramadan is so tense for them and very interesting for them.
Okay.
Any other question?
How would I take the Shahid or recite or?
Are you ready to take it right now? I can help you.
Yes.
Beautiful, mashallah. Okay, so go ahead after me and say it. We will say it in Arabic and then we'll say it in English. I will help you through. So say please, Ashhadu.
Ashhadu.
Allah.
Allah.
Ilaha.
Ilaha.
Illa.
Illa.
Allah.
Allah.
Wa ashhadu.
Wa ashhadu.
Anna.
Anna.
Muhammadan.
Muhammadan.
Rasulu.
Rasulu.
Allah.
Allah.
I bear witness.
I bear witness.
That there is no deity.
That there is no deity.
Except Allah.
Except Allah.
And I bear witness.
And I bear witness.
That Muhammad.
That Muhammad.
Is the messenger of Allah.
Is the messenger of Allah.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah. Congratulations, Brother Brian. I'm very happy for you. I'm really happy for you. This is a very emotional moment. May God help you and support you. Now you're officially a Muslim. It's as simple as that. Welcome to Islam. Welcome to the religion of truth. By saying that and believing that in your heart, you are basically newly born now. You turn the page. You have a white page. Everything not as good that you have done in the past is just gone. That's what it means in Islam. And everything good you have done in the past, it is still there. So you basically start the record, you basically reset everything, you restarted the whole thing. So congratulations and welcome to Islam. And I'm going to be always here for you. And just take it easy and step by step, and stay connected, and watch us as we pray. Maybe you can practice fasting a little bit, as much as you can. And most important thing is try to connect with God. Talk to Him, pray to Him, ask Him, oh God, I want you, help me. And the help is going to always be coming to you.
Okay, thank you. I have to see patients in a couple minutes. Is there any way you could send me some information on folks in the Winston-Salem area?
Okay, I will do that. If you can send me your email, I will share some information with you. I think you did. Did you send me?
I think I did, but I'll send it again just to make sure.
Okay. And again, welcome to Islam, and it's always a pleasure to help somebody, you know, coming to Islam or in their path to Islam.
The Clemens Mosque is only about 10 minutes from me, so.
I'm not sure who is there, but I will search it out and see if I know the people there, and I will get you in touch with hopefully somebody there.
Thank you very much. I know this is a very busy time of the month for you, so thanks for taking the time. Now, what are you going to do with this recording?
This is actually a very touching moment for me and for Muslims to see a new brother or new sister coming to Islam. So if you don't mind, I'm going to share it on my page, if that is okay with you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Thank you very much. And I appreciate it, Dr. Brian, and welcome to Islam, and congratulations.
Thank you again for your time. Bye.
You're welcome. Bye-bye. Have a good day. Assalamu alaikum. Peace be unto you. ما شاء الله ما شاء الله ما شاء الله الحمد لله.